Welcome everybody to the Ready, Set, Go app launch. And in this very brief video, we're going to show you exactly what you need to do to get off to a great start. One of the things I'm excited about is Stuart Finger has just come back from an 8-day event, an 8-day series of events where he did tons of presentations, used the platform himself, shared it with other people, and got the glutamist story told. And Stu, I want you to share just a little bit of that. You know that I'm so excited because network marketing is about getting a lot of people to do something simple repeatedly over time. And the glutamist story is one of the easiest stories to share. If we can double or triple the number of times the story gets told, we're all going to win. And so, Stu, you've had some experience here. I want you to share with folks before we dive into how they're going to do this. Why don't you share some of those stories?
Awesome. Thank you, Patrick. And for those of you that don't know, that's Patrick. He owns Rapid Funnel, who is helping us systemize our system, and it's amazing. And yeah, I just went on, it was supposed to be 8 meetings in 8 days. And one of the meetings, they ended up adding another one the next morning. It ended up being 9 meetings in 8 days. And it was amazing. And I loved meeting everybody. I loved all the hugs, all that stuff. But I also want to let you know that I believe that we are on track for greatness right now. You know, years ago, I systemized something. We were struggling for 2 years, couldn't get any traction whatsoever. We made a simple VHS tape for a VCR. I know I'm dating myself. We called it Just Push Play. That was the system. Anybody could just push play. Within the next several months, we had over 90,000 associates join us and over 250,000 customers, all from what? Not what was on the tape and how great it was. It wasn't even a great presentation. It was about just push play. Now we've got the brand new Ready, Set, Go system, but we need to get that out to the masses all over the world. Well, instead of mailing a VHS tape and telling them to just push play, and then who knows if they even watched it, with Patrick's Rapid Funnel system, our Ready, Set, Go app, you can send it out. It's instant. You don't have to pay for tapes. You don't have to pay for mailing. They get it immediately, and it even tells you if they watch the videos or not. How awesome is that? So, Patrick, I just want to say thank you so much, brother. I am so excited that you are here to help us. And folks, we give you the app for free. You all know that already, right? But here's the thing. It's about using it. If you don't use it, it's not going to help you. This is the first of many trainings to come to teach you how to use the app. And what I'm excited about is that with this very first training, you can start using it and you can start having success. And listen, I'm not saying that it's going to build your business for you. You still got to do the work, everybody, okay? You have to do the work. What I am saying is it's going to make it easier, it's going to make it better, and it's going to make it so that you'll be able to see exactly how your business is going to grow. So, Patrick, thank you so much. And for the most part on this Zoom, because we want to keep it short, I'm going to just sit here and try to be quiet. And Patrick, I'm going to let you take over. So I'm going to turn it back over to you.
Well, I'm sure I'll have some questions there, but to have you share. But guys, the Ready, Set, Go app, not only did we build the technology for CTFO, but it might be the best name ever for the platform, because that's what it's all about. Ready, set, go. You don't have to overthink it. We know we have to get the story told, and this is going to make it easier for you to tell the story. Now, if you haven't downloaded the app, I will tell you briefly how to do that at the very end. So just buckle in, we're going to move fast. But when you download the platform, I want to show you how easy it is to actually make what we call an exposure, to share the glutamist story and the opportunity. Because ultimately, that's how your success and your team's success will get measured, right? If you race cars, well, it's how fast can you move from point A to B in that car. If you're building with CTFO, it's how many times can we get the story told. You don't have to convince people. You don't have to beat them up. You don't have to sell them, but you do have to show it to them. You have to share this incredible story. So the platform, the Ready, Set, Go app, is going to make it easier to do that. Now, as you can see, I've got the app pulled up right here. There's a few areas of this screen that are really critical to you as a brand new person. The first I want you to know is this plus button. This is where you add prospects. Okay. When you put that plus button and you import prospects or you hand them your phone, and they put their contact info in, or you post something to social media and they fill it out and it generates a lead, that lead is going to show up right here under contacts. And now you're going to have your contacts in your phone. Now, the cool part about sending resources to a specific contact is that all the resources, and when I say a resource, I mean you might send them a video, a survey, you might put them in an email campaign, lots of things you can do. But when you do that, the information is trackable. So you know when your prospect has looked at information, which is a great time to follow up. Okay. So the plus button is down here, and then you go up here and they go into contacts. Okay. So let me go to contacts right now. I've got a series of contacts here that are in my demo app. And you can see up top here, you can look at contacts, you can look at hot prospects, and you can look at the activity log. Now, most people are going to have the standard version. That's all you really need to get started. It's more than enough. If you have the pro version, there's some additional features that you can leverage. But here's what's critical. If I go to a contact and I click on an individual contact, okay, you can see that there's this send a resource button. And that's how you're going to send that prospect some information. It's important that you go to the contact screen and then hit send resources. That's the only way we will track that particular resource that you send back to this prospect that you're talking to. Now, if you guys haven't done this yet, I want you to go down and hit the plus button at the bottom. This is your first exercise. Hit the plus button and put yourself in as a prospect, okay? Please do that first. Put your name, your last name, your phone number, put your email, just like you would a normal prospect, and then put your notes in. Why notes? Because notes are searchable. And when a prospect shows up in your app 6 months from now as a hot prospect because they're viewing information, but you can't remember where you met them, you'll be able to rely on the platform to tell you all the details if you put them in properly. This little plus button right here, hit that button, and you're going to be able to rate that prospect. So say, are they a 5-star or 1-star prospect? 1-star is maybe they're entrepreneurial, but you don't want to work with them. They don't have contacts and credibility. They don't seem interested, right? But if it's a 5-star prospect, you're like, wow, I'd love to work with them. They're money motivated. They're entrepreneurial. They have contacts and credibility, and they're interested. That's 5 stars. So you put them in the app properly so you can look that person up when the time is right. Now, this is where the rubber meets the road. You've got a contact in the app. You click on that particular contact. You click on send a resource. And guys, this is how easy it is. You click on share the opportunity. And when you click on share the opportunity, there are 4 buttons that are going to show up here: invite, peak interest, follow up, and enroll. You'll also notice if I decide to lead with Glutamist, share Glutamist, you're going to see the same thing: invite, peak, follow up, and shop, right? So the same 4, very similar 4 are right there. Now, what would you do first? Step 1 or step 2? Well, obviously, let's go to step 1. And if I want to share the opportunity, I click invite, and I have a series of invitations. Guys, please don't overthink this. You almost cannot mess it up. If you click step 1, right? Step 1, you can send this curious message. And I love this message, Stu. And maybe you could speak to this, but if I preview it, it literally says, hey, Weldon. It puts their first name in. Remember, I went from contacts to resources. Hey, Weldon, I'm curious. Have you heard of glutathione? Why I love this is because if you look up glutathione, nobody's heard of it and it's everywhere on the interwebs and it's all good information. Now, those they may see different products or services or what else, whatever, but what they don't see is a better delivery method that's relatively inexpensive relative to intravenous or shots or etc. And then I go to the B message when they respond, and I can say, hey, well, I came across a company that's found a better way to deliver glutathione to the body. I want to get your thoughts. What a great follow-up message. And you're a new person, or you can do this 20 or 30 times the very first day. You can take immediate action. And there are several other great invitations. If you want to just go to the invite, ready, set, go. And Stu, could you just speak to this? I mean, it's working. You see it working in the marketplace. If I go to peak interest and I want to send the ready, set, go page, the first thing before I send this page is I just go up here and I'm going to send either the ready, set, go video message 1 or the ready, set, go video message 2. Could you talk about that?
Yeah, especially like on this live tour that I just got back from, I literally met several people at the meetings that had joined like within the 24 to 48 hours before I even met them. And they said they did it from the videos. Literally, they watched those videos and they saw my story and everything. And they just said, yeah, why wouldn't I do this? So before they saw me at the meeting, they were already in from using the videos. So there's no doubt it works. I'm not saying 100% of the people that go there are going to go, oh, yeah, this is great. I want to do it. I'm saying that it will work and it will open the door. And by the way, the number one thing I kept hearing on this tour was this is the most amazing tool they've ever seen. They don't have to write or figure it out or know what to say. It's all right there at their fingertips. So
You,
yeah, I love it. And one more thing, I literally was at a dinner not too long ago and I asked two college kids, one was 19, one was 20, hey, have you ever heard of glutathione? And they both said, no, what's that? And at dinner, I said, oh, Google it. What are the benefits of glutathione? 19 and 20-year-old kids, right? They Googled it right there on the spot. And they're like, this is the most amazing stuff. They're in college. And I said, hey, are they teaching you about this in college? And they said, no. So the world needs to know about this. And Patrick, you're right. Most people have never heard of it. So this is awesome.
and Stu, what's ironic is, so many people join join incredible opportunities and they think they have to sell. And here's the irony. In CTFO, you don't have to sell, you have to share. And if we can send a simple message like this, now, personally, for me, this is a message I could send to almost anyone on my list. It just says, hey, my friend's name, I've created a new digital page for a really compelling product I'm marketing. If you wouldn't mind, I'd love to get your feedback on the page itself as well as the business. Let me know if that's okay. I am asking for permission. It's no big deal. You can say no or yes. I'm not asking you to buy, sell, or join. It's so simple. And
Patrick,
these are people I know I have a relationship with.
I gotta interrupt you. I'm trying to not be weird or get too excited or jacked up right now, but listen, I've literally been teaching something and it's the truth, and this is what it is. I almost did I don't want to say every meeting, but at most meetings that I do live, I'll have somebody come up to me at the end and they'll say, oh my gosh, I'm the greatest salesperson ever. I've sold more cars at my dealership than anybody else, or I've sold more homes at my real estate office than anybody else, or I've sold this, I've sold that, I've sold everything. This is the greatest sale, but I'm the best salesperson ever. And this is what I say 100% of the time. Oh, I'm so sorry, but don't worry, we can fix that. We can solve that problem. And they start laughing. They're like, what? What are you talking about? And I go, yeah, I'm not looking for super salespeople. I'm looking for educators, teachers. I'm looking for people that can share information, just get the knowledge that these people desperately need in their hands and then let the information do the work. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for educators. I've never seen a better way to educate than with the app and these resources. So I just want to let you know, when you just said we're not looking for salespeople, basically, I've been teaching that everywhere. So that's awesome.
Yeah, and you look at this process. I mean, literally, I go up here and I send this message and I hit, and let me show you how to send it. And then I go to this message, the second one, right? Now, I didn't show you this. Now, follow me. Obviously, I go in the order, but when I click this button, guys, there are 3 buttons that potentially pop up at the bottom of the screen. If I have their email, this button will pop up. If I have their phone number, this button will pop up. And if I have social feeds on my phone and I want to send something via social channel, the 3rd button will pop up. Now, in this case, what I want to do, what I want to do is I want to send this Ready, Set, Go page, and I want to text it, the middle button. So literally, I hit text and I hit send. Okay. And it says, Weldon, ready, set, go. And I just sent him this screenshot. Now, if I click on it, this is what your prospect is going to see. They're going to see this beautiful page, ready, set, go. You're going to know how many minutes when they click on the video and how many minutes of the video they watch. Of course, this page has your name, phone number, email, and all your social feeds automatically built into it. Now, if you guys are following me, step 1, step 2, step 3. Now, your job is to transition. This is where, Stu, it's so important for the team to understand you cannot, and Stu wants to get this across, and I want to get it across. We're excited about not only Glutamus, the company, the culture, the people, the systems we have in place to drive it, but if Stu just had digital pages and they worked without people, which I'm sure he can make that model work with a product like this, but it's not the model he loves. He wants to share in the growth, in the environment, the money. So he chose this model that allows you to be a partner in building the company and get paid for doing that and work through your network. Well, in order for that to work, we can't just rely on technology. We can't hide behind technology. We need to leverage every new person you recruit. You need to show them how to share their story with people they already know and cut through all the digital noise in the world. So, as much as we love digital, it's not going to happen without you getting them off of digital and into a relationship, meeting them one-on-one, setting up a 3-way call, inviting them to a live Zoom event, getting them to a live event. Stu just went on 8 days of travel. There are going to be events all over the country. Get people out of digital into personal. This just makes it easier to talk to more people and then follow up, because not everybody will get started when they see it the first time. You'll have to follow up. Stu, I know this is important to you. I just want you to comment it before we wrap up here.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that everybody understands where, look, we've never done one TV commercial. We've never done one radio ad. We've never done any marketing whatsoever. Yet this is already spread across America, Canada, Mexico, and Europe, and soon worldwide, right? Because why? We're a word of mouth company. We do understand without all of you, we have nothing. This is about you. We take our marketing money and we give it to the families that help spread the word, right? But with that being said, we want you to build relationship. We say all the time, this is our family. Welcome to the CTFO family. Family doesn't just talk digitally, right? So yes, you can use the app. You'll potentially sign some people up, or maybe even a bunch. I believe the fairest, most level playing field I've ever seen is this app, because everybody has all the same tools, right? All the same way to get people involved. And really, it's whoever shares Ready, Set, Go the most, I think, will make the most money here at CTFO. But the thing is, though, it's not just about that. It's about relationship, right? I didn't get hugged digitally last week hundreds of times. I got hugged in person. And I'm going to be traveling the world helping you build your business here at CTFO. But what you need to do is use the app, get people involved. Yes, you'll get people signed up, you'll get people duplicating. But more important than that, create the real relationship that this world is craving more than ever before. This is about relationship. Make no mistake about it. However, there are people that are scared to do the in-person stuff and make the phone calls and do all that. The app will help you get past that, and it'll start the relationship or begin it so that you can secure it, and then they can become a part of the family where they'll get to know this isn't just about making money or health. This is also about relationship, right? This is about family. So Patrick, I appreciate you sharing that. I know the app is the best way I've ever seen to spread the word, get it started, and even get people in. But I also don't want to lose touch of the personal touch and the relationship. So that's all. I
That's
just shared that with
awesome.
Patrick, and he said that's what it's all about.
So, guys, wrapping up here, look, there are tons of features in this platform that you haven't seen yet. Okay. And we're going to be training those on a weekly basis. And you can go to your app once you download it. You can go to the coaching section in the app to get all of that information. There are leaderboards and contests for those of you that like to compete. There is a digital business card built into the platform with a QR code. You can lead with the opportunity if you want to talk to somebody about the CTFO opportunity, or you can lead with the product. There are tools in here to share directly to social to generate hundreds and thousands of leads that the team will use to generate on social media, directly posting on social. There's a share the app button. When you get somebody started, do you help them get off to a great start? I mentioned all of this to simply tell you, be on the weekly trainings. You can find those in the calendar of events by clicking on the bottom right-hand corner where the more button is, click on events, and all of Stu's travel schedule is here. There will be tons of events that will start showing up in the calendar for you to use. What we wanted to show you today is simply how to add a prospect, start with yourself, and send resources. There's no time like the present. The twin sister of never is tomorrow. Today is the day. Make an exposure today. If you have not downloaded the app, you can do one of two things. Go to your back office and simply click on Ready, Set, Go. Or you can go to getthereadysetgoapp.com and you can download a free version of the platform. Guys, nobody needs to pay for the pro version, or should they really if they're brand new in the business? Now, I do want to let you know there's about 10% of the features that are in the pro version that some of you will click the button and go, well, I want to know every action my prospect took. Well, that is in the pro version. So for those of you getting a check and you're building a business, you're going to quickly discover, wow, I'd like to know this extra stuff. But what's critical is the new person doesn't need that extra stuff. You don't need to nickel and dime. I know it's only 20 bucks a month and it's super valuable, but they don't really need it. They need to go out and get a check in their pocket and have a great first 30 to 60 days in CTFO. And so, Stu, that is it for me. If there's any closing thoughts that you have, I'm super excited about what people should be doing immediately and out of the gate. If you just sponsored somebody, please sit down with them and show them how to do it. Don't just tell them how to do it.
Yeah. I do have just one closing thought for everybody. Patrick, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you. And I know you're going to help us bless people like never before. So thank you for that. Everybody, listen, this is not get rich quick. I do believe this is get rich, but this is not get rich quick. This is about consistency. doing something every single day that gets you closer to your goal. You know, we joke about this, but it's very serious. We're taught, especially in America at least, work hard for 40 years, then retire on half of what you couldn't live on in the first place, right? Basically, you're building somebody else's dream. If you have a job right now, I'm not knocking it. That's awesome. But my hope and prayer for you is that you'll replace that income with income that comes in, whether you have to get out of bed or not to get it, right? I want you getting paid even while you're sleeping. So the thing about this app is you can do it in minutes a day. Minutes a day. Send out something, invites, and all of that you just saw today every single day. Spend a couple minutes a day, 5 minutes a day on your business. I don't think that's too much to ask. What if it takes a year or 2 or 3 to replace your income and build it up, right? But then have it coming in every month, every year, year after year. How exciting would that be? I'm telling you, it's happening to people. And instead of you saying, and I know this sounds like a sales pitch, but I don't mean it that way, not me, start saying, why not me? That's why we're giving you all these tools and even for free. I've never heard the owner of a company that makes money off of people paying for the app say, most of you don't need the paid version, don't worry about that. And if you do someday, that's great. If you're that kind of leader, that's great. Patrick, I just appreciate you, and I'm so glad that I met you, and I can't wait to see what this turns into. So thank you so much. Appreciate you. All right, everybody, we love you. Talk to you soon. Can't wait to hear how this blesses your family, just like so many others. Thank you, everybody.